Yo, slick, blow.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is.
Speaking of Chris G, I guess he's no longer with Gamester Gear.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, man. I guess
Really?
I guess they found him to be too boring. I'm sorry. Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, I found this. It's rvatournaments.tumblr.com, Civil
Yes.
War details.
Yes, sir.
Blog dedicated to the fighting game tournament scene in Richmond, Virginia. Civil War 6 information.
Oh, nice. When was the last one held, or when is this one going to be held?
April 12th and the 13th.
All right, cool. So it's a spring tournament. Good shit.
I might try to go to this.
How far away is it from you, from your recollection?
Let me see if I can Google that.
Oh, it's on Sunday, Monday? Huh.
There was a tournament up in Raleigh that Mike Ross fucking went to this year.
I'm trying to remember which one that was. I think I know what you're talking about.
But unfortunately, he had to time it was timed perfectly with Comic-Con, so as I was traveling up there. Yeah.
It's 4 hours from here.
Ooh, not bad.
That's a hop skipping away from home.
Yeah, room rates $99 for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Team Spooky will be streaming, and they have Injustice, Gods Among Us, BBCP. What the fuck is BBCP?
Oh, that's Blaze Blue.
Blaze Blue Comic Con.
Oh, okay. King of Fighters 13, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition 2012. And the page is frozen, so I can't move it, so...
Damn it, man. Let's go.
I guess no one cares about Multiplus.
Nope.
and then Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
No one cares about any.
And Killer Instinct. Dude, I want to play Killer Instinct so freaking bad.
Oh, you see Max Beer play, right?
Yes. Oh my god, I've never played a Killer Instinct game before, but after watching him play, I want to so freaking bad.
It's pretty fun. I like it.
It's pretty cool, man.
If I got an Xbox, which probably won't, I'd probably get it.
Is it free on Xbox One?
No.
The demo is, but it switches. You only can play one character, and that switches from month to month.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a free to play, you mean?
Basically. Just like the way the game I just described. That's the only way you can. It's free to play. You can play it online against people, but you want to buy it for the most part.
Oh.
Damn it! Good shit. Fuck me, man. I'm grinding too fucking hard. Good shit. Let's go. God damn, boy, he took it easy on me too, man. I'm disgusted with myself.
Oh shit. Yeah, if I do an early registration, it's only $25 up until March. And then $10 per game. So if I only go, for
Smash Brothers is out by then, by the way.
If you want to enter the tournament, right?
yeah, $10 per game, $25 for registration. PS3 6-axis and DS3 are heavily discouraged. Turbos and hardware macros are banned. Street Fighter are best 3 out of 5 games, and best all others are 2 out of 3. Huh.
Fuck me. Good shit. Oh my god. Oh, this is a warm welcome, man. Good shit. Fuck. I am beyond frustrated right now. It's good shit though.
Oh, did you beat him?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I can't.
Oh, he's Sakura. Oh, okay. I was like,
oh
wait.
man.
I was like, I don't know why you're playing Sakura.
So girl, I understand. We ain't holding up our end, man. Sokuro, I'm sorry. But, dude, thank you for the fights, dude. Honestly, man. No harm, no hard feelings, bro. By the way, for those who don't know, check out Sokuro's channel at twitch.tv/Sokuro. It says I lost connection. See if you can get back in. It's an open room. Really? Hopefully you can get back in, man. Dude, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm still gonna body you. Just like, get my connection.
God damn it.
Moe.
Yo, Moe. I'm glad we got to finish our game, though. At least we got that. Good shit. Let me switch the chat here. Ooh, yo, look at Makoto go in. Zephram says Sokuro got nerfed. By my bad internet connection, I'm certain. He said, I'll be back, bros. Oh shit, like Freddy and Jason, let's go! He said, thanks guys. You're very welcome, dude. That guy's a class act, man. So we got Striker Dragoon versus Doc, man. The fiery, oh shit! Oh. Yo, man, he wasn't expecting that chin music, man. Oh damn, boy! The K-Swiss to the grill, to the nutsack, man. Good shit.
I really like Makoto compared to other Street Fighter characters. Like she doesn't really chuck plasma. She really just punches people to death.
She's supposed to be anti-Shoto because her actual fighting style is Shotokan, like traditional Shotokan to karate. Like Ryu, Ken, Akuma and his like, they're all like this exaggerated form of Shotokan karate. But her fight is traditional. She was designed to take those guys on, and if you notice the way she fights. Like her rush punches go through fireballs if they're ES versions, and she's meant to evade like projectiles that she's able to get in, but she does more damage up close than she does from afar, of course, because she lacks a projectile. Woo!
Oh, I kind of count her like dash forward punch as like her projectile. Like she's the fucking bullet. She gets up in there.
Exactly. I love her dash too. It's so quick.
It blew my mind whenever I was first playing her and I started to back up and she was like stanced backing up. I was like, oh, I already like this character.
Oh, yo, Eric, you seen the new costumes for Ultra Street Fighter 4 yet? The ones that are coming out? The animal-based ones? They turned them all into furries, man. Like Ryu's a wolf. Cammy's a fox, which makes no sense. She should be a fucking cat. Yes. I'll say that till I'm dead. What's that?
Already has a cat outfit.
Oh yeah, she's a cat. She wears her Catwoman outfit, but
it's you like mean the K-Brad costume.
The K-Brad.
K-Brad.
Yo, K-Brad. Hey, shout outs to Amuro. He says calling Ryu style Shotokan was something Capcom USA made up. That's never what it was said to be in Japan. The Japanese fighting style is called something like the style derived from assassination techniques. Yeah, they call it Ansatsuken. If I remember from Assassin's Fist, yeah, you're absolutely right, Amuro. That's exactly what it's supposed to be called. Oh, here we go. Fred versus Striker. Let's go.
Yeah, time to lose again.
Oh,
yeah.
I suck, yeah.
Oh, man, you're doing fine, man.
I know how I feel in JoJo.
Oh. Hey, you did good, man. You did all right. You've improved.
Don't fucking patronize me so Don't fucking give me your pity.
Jesus. Oh my god.
No, but one day I really am gonna just sit down and drill through and just practice this game because I really want to get better at playing this fucking game.
Yeah, it's this game so far in its day is harder against newer players now than it ever was. But hopefully once the update comes out with the free update, I should have mentioned, with the Omega Edition, that's all I'm playing from there on out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all I'm playing, son. We got parries in that motherfucker. Let's go.
We're here to have some fun again.
Exactly. This is gonna be nuts.
How long has it been since Street Fighter 4 came out? 2006?
Yo, what?
Street Fighter 4 came out in arcades in 2008. On consoles, I believe it was the beginning of 2009, like spring of 2009, and it's been I guess the most actively played fighting game in the fighting game community ever since.
Dad, I don't think your opponent is at the table right now. Oh, there
Yeah, I
he goes.
know. I stopped. I let him hit me a couple times.
Okay, there we go.
By the way, I hope the stream's looking good tonight. Anybody had any problems with the stream over the last hour or so? Let me know.
It's been good.
It's been good? Cool. I got it at 2,000, a bit rate of 2,000. So hopefully, I think that's been the middle ground. Woo! Go damn. It's been the sweet spot when it comes to streaming that people can handle that bit rate. So I'll keep it that way for the time being until we get like selectable qualities. But we're getting more followers on Fighters Ready, which is awesome. We're over 500 now, so hopefully we can be up to 1,000 by the end of next year. But I gotta keep these events going. Hope when Smash Brothers comes out, that'll do it. That'll fucking do it.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
I still need to get Bayonetta.
I know, man. I wish I could get that shit right now. Woo!
I'm hopefully gonna get a Wii U for Christmas, and I'll get Smash Brothers also.
Nice.
And then I'll try to get like Mario Kart and Bayonetta and stuff so that I can join in for streams more often.
I'm looking forward to that, man, because the Wii U is turning out to be a pretty dope system, man. And I got it. I didn't love it at first, and then I got rid of it, and then I picked it up again, and I play it all the fucking time now. I've been going through. I'm not just so anybody who's been watching my Super Mario Brothers streams. I'm not playing any stage I haven't played yet, but I'm actually going back and getting a lot of the green stars I haven't gotten yet. So by the time I start another stream for that, I'll be able to get into some of the other places because I need 170 stars to get into the last fucking level on Bowser's World, and then I was seeing that for the special worlds you need like 210 stars to get at the end of the first one, and I think 240 to get into the end of the second one. So it's like, damn, these motherfuckers ain't fucking around.
But yeah, sorry about that, Strider. I didn't realize you were kind of AFK or anything like that, man. I do apologize for that.
Oh my gosh. Zephram says furry DLC sold. They got the flow face in there.
I have not even seen it.
I don't want to.
I haven't either.
It looks okay. I'm not gonna front, but I haven't even bought the summer outfits.
Oh,
so
same.
yeah.
Oh wow, there's nothing announced for the Wii U past December. Huh.
That's pretty crazy. But there's a lot of stuff coming up for the Wii U in the next couple of weeks. I mean, well, Bayonetta just came out, but we got Smash Brothers and anything else coming out for the Wii U?
Watch Dogs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fucking Ubisoft though, they blow.
What the fuck? Wait, what? He actually turns into a fucking squid?
Yes.
Oh, Hakan?
Yeah.
That's basically the extra costume.
Oh. I'm looking at it.
Who the fuck turns into a wolf?
That's Ryu. Ryu is the wolf.
Jesus Christ, that's like a furry's wet dream.
I noticed. You might as well call it the furry pack.
Oh my god, Dudley is a bulldog?
So is it like a full reskin? Or is it just like designs and like they'll just be wearing the shit on top of their crap?
I think the way they look in those pictures is how they're going to look in the actual game. So it looks like a full reskin.
Masks, like they're wearing like a furry outfit, but it's a mask over top of a suit.
Wow, that's freaking wild.
So who's gonna be a bear?
Like you can see Ryu's jaw coming out from the underpart of the wolf head thing.
And he's a bear for all reasons.
That's Bison.
But then Cammy is just got a wolf tail and wolf ears. Everything else about her is just human. But yeah,
I expect all the women to be like that too. The only one maybe that won't be like that is Makoto. Maybe they make her full-on animal. Should be a transmorpher. Oh my god!
I feel like Bison would be like the only dinosaur. He would be like a fucking T-Rex or some shit.
Oh my god!
That would be amazing. I would play Bison then.
As he needed to be more OP.
I'm a motherfucking T-Rex.
Yo, anybody remember that cartoon T-Rex from the 90s, man? Maybe the only one.
Which one?
There was a cartoon called T-Rex in the early 90s. It was an anime brought to the States, and it was these little SD dinosaur guys in the 1930s, right? You remember that shit?
Yes.
It was the worst show ever, but I used to watch that shit every morning because it came on right before I got ready for school. But yeah, it was an anime localized in the States, and yeah, I haven't seen any of that show since I was growing up. It's probably on YouTube at this point.
Yeah.
The Adventures of T-Rex,
Yes.
or known in Japan as T-Rekusu,
T-Rex.
is an animated series that aired in syndication from 92 to 93.
That's it.
The show features 5 musical Tyrannosaurus brothers who played the sold-out crowds as a vaudeville group for the Dragon Company, owned by the beautiful and wealthy Myrna, while also secretly fighting crime as T-Rex, masterminded by Professor Edison.
This shit is so ridiculous.
I thought you were talking about dino sauces before.
No, I
I
couldn't
think
stand
talking
that
about
show.
Cadillacs and dinosaurs for a second.
Oh, that show was dope.
I thought you were talking about fucking extreme dinosaurs.
Extreme dinosaur.
Oh, that Street Sharks knockoff.
Extreme? Hey, back the fuck up. Extreme dinosaurs was fucking superior to Street Sharks. Just saying.
Street Sharks had a better opening.
Excuse me, you're wrong. Get the fuck out of my house.
Fuck you.
There you go.
One of the show's other noteworthy elements was giving the T-Rexes imitation celebrity voices: Jack Benny, Art Carney, Bing Crosby, Humphrey Bogart, and Jimmy Durante.
Yep. All the brothers. The brothers were all the voices were based on celebrities. That shit was so ridiculous.
Scott McNeil played Bubba and Adder.
Scott McNeil played everybody, even the females.
Oh, it's like
Yo,
Venture
big
Brothers
deal.
then?
Oh my god, I gotta see if there's YouTube of this.
Oh, I'm sure there's an intro at least.
Hold the fuck up.
Yeah. Did it show a picture of it on the wiki?
No,
They don't. Yeah, they all look like SD T-Rexes basically, like all small. They were like smaller than everybody else, but yeah, the show had character, especially since it took place in the late 20s, early 30s. The design of it, I respected, but it was just ridiculous in conception. Or in execution.
So no fancy.
No, unless you're into like dinosaur women.
Hey, Fred, that's your corner.
Yo, shout out to Ramses. He hit us with the intro in the chat. Good shit, sir.
You should end the stream with that.
Okay, I'm gonna mute Skype for a second because I got to see what the fuck this is.
Fuck. Fuck, man. That's the deep as fuck. Shit. Let's go.
Man, I'm glad JoJo's coming back in January, though.
No. Yeah, I mean, before you know it, I mean, the holidays are gonna make time fly by for the most part, so.
Hey, man, it's gonna be a great season for anime. You got 2 Gundam shows, you got JoJo, and you got El Noah Zero.
All the Noah Zero, boy. Not as some people tell it.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's the one you think about Sobo, the autistic character.
What?
No, Sobo mentioned on Gundam, he was asking what that show was with the autistic character.
That's right. Thank you very much. That was it. Like my co-host could not remember what the fuck.
Is he autistic or
Shit.
Asperger's? I can't tell.
Either way, he's fucking stupid.
What? The main character?
Yep. Actually, every character in that show.
Come on now.
Except for the secondary characters, like the guy who was at Ground Zero for one of the invasions, but then is called a crazy man. Because everybody's like, people from Mars. That's ridiculous.
Yo, EA575, to answer your question, who beat Soul Kuro? The internet did. He got booted. He got booted when the internet decided to kick him out of the room, which sucks because I wanted to keep fighting him. But he walked out of the he got blown out of the room with about 14 wins, if I recall.
Jesus
14
Christ.
straight, uninterrupted, uncut, man. No baking soda here.
Oh, you got that achievement.
He was 1 win away from retirement.
1 win, exactly. It's like, I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old to lose this shit.
Oh, man. Let's go.
Let's get started.
So we got Makoto in deck with Fred. With his Evil Ryu, man. The coolest version of him. He's playing him. Yeah, if I says damn. Oh, man. He said he'll be back, but I don't think it's tonight he'll be back. But if anything, it was good fighting him. So you saw it, huh, Eric?
Oh my god.
Yo, so tell me how you feeling about some T-Rex.
Oh, Jesus.
The show's nuts. Yeah, animes would like sneak over to the States. You would have to like you'd notice them when you saw them, but you would catch them at like 6 in the morning, and that's when that show aired for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
That time was already butchered sometime.
Oh, that was interesting.
Like Samurai Pizza Cats. I know you guys are familiar with that one.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
one.
Ooh, that's
Sailor Moon was the same way. In my neck of the woods. Ronin Warriors as well was like that. That was the mid-90s, so a lot of people caught that by then. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball series, came on Sunday mornings at like fucking 7 in the morning. Woo! Well
Tekken
done,
Man
Fred.
played that
Holy shit.
Techno Man.
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
anime.
oh my god. Yo, that was on UPN.
Underpaid Negroes.
That's right.
I remember waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning one Sunday when I was at my house, and it was one of those weird things where like you just kind of wake up like nothing actually wakes you up. You're just your brain's like, hey, you're awake, and it's still dark, and you wake up and you're like, fucking, you turn on the TV, and that's when I first watched Mega Man. I saw the Mega Man.
Oh
opening.
yeah, that was definitely in the AM where I live too, man. That shit came on. I had to wake up mad early, set my VCR to record it. I fucking hated that shit. I did. But you know, I loved it back in the early 90s. Like a lot of people didn't see this show, but you probably heard me talk about it before. In 1990, in syndication, right before Saturday morning cartoons would start in my neck of the woods, they would show Dragon Warrior, the first 13 episodes of that show. It was on syndication. It was brought out to the States by Saban, and I guess it never really took off on syndication, so it only made it the 13 episodes. My first exposure of noticing the art style of Akira Toriyama. And when I finally ran into someone wearing a Dragon Ball shirt back in '93, which is just like 3 years later, I was like, oh, that's Abel from Dragon Warrior. Dude, the kid corrected me. He's like, no, this is Goku. What are you talking about? Goku from Dragon Ball. It's like, no, man, it's Abel from Dragon Warrior. I have no idea what Dragon Ball is. It wasn't long until I found out what Dragon Ball was, because we would be I would subscribe to different video game magazines, and one of them was EGM, and in the back of almost every EGM you would notice like a bunch of ads from importers if you wanted to import like foreign model kits and figures and shit, and Dragon Ball was like back there aplenty. And it would be every so often the magazines that we would collect would show the occasional import game, and they would always love showing off the Dragon Ball import games in the back of those magazines with like these crazy reviews. So I learned about Dragon Ball in '93, and then I would come across the occasional tape or two, and then when the actual original Dragon Ball series aired in America, thanks to Funimation. Oh my god, did I just say that? Funimation.
Funimation,
Oh no! Well, I said it right, and then I say it wrong. I'm an ass. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see the original Dragon Ball series, and it made me wonder how long it would take for us to get Z. It was only a year before we started getting Z. It hit syndication the following year. But yeah, that's my story anyway.
And that stayed syndicated for a long time.
The what's it called? Did You Know Gaming did a really interesting video on Dragon Ball video games before Dragon Ball Z, and they talked about how like the first Dragon Ball game came out in like on the NES, and it was
Yes.
completely redid completely. Like Bulma's panties was a power up, and they switched it to something
sandwiches. They made it
else.
sandwiches. Yeah, it was called Dragon Power on our NES retro game night. I had no idea that was a Dragon Ball game, but I played it back in the day when it first came out. My neighbor had it, and I borrowed the game. I thought it was dumb. I gave it back. Years later, I found out it's fucking Dragon Ball, and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!" So that first night we did retro game night, I played Dragon Power for a little bit, and it's like, man, I didn't appreciate this game back in the day. Now that I know who these characters are and what these stories are about, it's like, fuck, I wish I knew that back then. I really wish I knew, because I'd had more fun with it. But it was a Bandai game brought out here, and yeah, they butchered it. It's like you could tell the characters are who they are, including Oolong, but they've been changed so drastically that some of them don't look like themselves at all. Matsuroshi looks like an old hermit. It just looks terrible. But yeah, go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's all. I remember that video where they talked about that. It blew my mind knowing the timeline of when we saw Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball and learning about it and all that stuff.
That game was really my first true exposure of Dragon Ball, but it wasn't until Dragon Warrior and that kid wearing the Dragon Ball Z shirt that I fucking found out what the fuck it was. So it's...
the days of going to like different clothing shops and getting those like Dragon Ball Z and anime inspired like Hawaiian t-shirt looking things, the button up t-shirts they made 1,000 of back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I had one of those.
The tie-dye shirts. Those were pretty cool.
I had a bunch of those.
Fucking, those shirts were cool, man.
Do you guys? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Yazzie. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, you guys remember the International Channel back in the day?
International Channel? I never got it myself, but what did they show?
They actually showed some Japanese episodes of DBZ.
What?
Yeah, for example, I believe I saw back when we were stuck in the Frieza saga. It was like during the Cell saga they showed a few episodes. Mm-hmm. And I saw Voltron for the first time that way too.
Yo, they showed Voltons? Get the fuck out of here!
Like 2 episodes, yeah. It was like, but it was not subtitled.
Okay, so is this Raw Dog?
Yeah.
Man.
So, I just found it amusing. So. Yeah.
Damn, I can't tell you what anime shows I used to see back in the day on when I used to live in Puerto Rico. They used to show a soccer cartoon. I could tell you that much. I lived in Puerto Rico. Yeah. Well, you know, you're probably right. It was in 1978 to 1979 that I lived in Puerto Rico. So you think that might have been Captain Tsubasa?
Yeah, because I remember in Pakistan I used to watch a soccer anime, and
What?
this was on syndication. I'm guessing it was probably that one.
It was either that or what's the other one? Whistle?
Dude, it's good to know the name of what I was watching. Possibly.
Somehow I have a weird memory of these things.
Holy shit! Go ahead.
Yeah. That is like I know Captain Tsubasa mainly as like it's one of those like bigger, like the ones that it's the Gundam of soccer.
Wow.
And it's like it's well known-ish. It's like been played upon and whatever.
That's crazy, man. I was 2 years old and watching it in Spanish, but I remember that show. And really, the first anime I can recall that I knew the name of was a couple years later, like in 81, 82. You know, people laugh when I call this anime, but it was Japanese animated and made for Japanese and American audiences. There was a show called Superbook on was it PTL or it was a Christian network basically, and it was a Christian show.
Yeah.
And I used to watch that along with The Flying House. Both were shows that were aimed at kids, and they took place, or they would take you to Bible times basically. Both shows had their way of doing that, and they were cool looking. I think they were animated by Toei or something. But those are the first two animes I could tell you by name that I used to watch back in the day. And then just a few years later, if not a year later, Voltron came on television and Tranzor Z, or Magazine Z, I should say. And that made me Super Robot fan from there on out.
I was so desperate for anime back in the day when I was watching like Samurai Pizza Cats and other things. That the ISP or ISN, the Inspirational Network, would play Swiss Family Robinson and and I would watch those like religiously, like no pun intended, but like just watching them, like I was getting into them. They had a good theme song, they had a continuous plot, but it was all anime, and I was like, this is crazy, a Christian network playing anime, this is nuts.
It's fucking nuts, man. HBO used to show anime too, but it used to be like anime of conventional American stories, like Little Women and Tom Sawyer. And I used to watch the fuck out of those because they were just Japanese anime.
That Spawn anime.
That oh no! Oh my god! I can't stomach that show.
What we call Garo.
Man, there was another show on Nickelodeon called Grimm's Fairy Tales. That show was amazing. I used to watch that shit religiously too, mid 80s, and there was Mapletown. Like if you watch those shows now, it's like, man, what are these pussy shows he was watching? God damn, boy, Soul Jam, boy, let's go.
Yes, Makoto's real.
You guys remember a show called Saber Rider and Star Sheriff?
I do.
Yes.
I used to watch that shit too. Yeah. It was on Stars, I think.
Let me just say something real quick.
What's up?
If you ask what show, if anybody has watched it, you automatically know Sobro has seen it. Like,
well, sometimes you don't know the name.
Not
of
always.
shit,
Not always. I've been surprised sometimes at shows I missed. I'm a TV junkie, but yeah, there are some shows I never got to see. So, Striker Dragoon says HBO had good cartoons. Yeah, they did, man. They used to show several animes back in the day. I got exposed to Jules Verne's A Tale of 15 Boys, which is like it's a nice version of Lord of the Flies, where people don't kill each other. These kids get stranded after being in a shipwreck, and they have to survive on this island. And there was an anime made of it, which was pretty good.
Oh, you mean it's not Infinite Revised?
Say that again?
You mean it's not Infinite Revised?
Infinite Revised, yeah. Infinite Revised is actually based on the same story. You're right. So is that, what's that show we watched?
Bifem.
Yeah, Bifem, based on the same story too. I guess Japan had a love affair with that story.
I was making a joke with Infinite Revised, but yeah, it's pretty much it.
I deserve that.
I recently found out that Little Women actually had a sequel anime to it.
Did
it? It was Joe's little children or Joe's little kids or something like that.
Yeah. Which the follow-up book too.
Yeah, and it blew my mind. I was like, I didn't even know that this was even a thing, and like knowing that it was actually really popular enough to have a sequel made, like that. I don't even know where that come from.
The 9-year-old in me feels gypped that we didn't get it. The fuck, man. You know, it's funny though. Joe was so lesbian. I don't know how she ended up having kids. I'm serious. It's like, whoa, yo, Joe was straight up. She was just tomboy city, man. No question.
she was so dyke.
Oh my god, she was born at the wrong time. I'm sorry, Joe. I really am.
Too early.
Who remembers Cyber 6?
Cyber 6?
Oh, I fucking love that shit.
I heard of it, but I never saw it.
It was based on a Spanish comic book that was very violent, and it had nudity, and like it was very kind of grimdark, and it was crazy. And then they made a Fox Kids TV show of it.
What?
Which was still pretty good.
That's written all over it.
And it's very like not weird looking, but it's a very like different looking show compared to like any others that I've seen.
Wow. You know, there was a tokusatsu show I wanted to ask you about. I mean, I think it was actually more kaiju than tokusatsu, but it was a show that aired in the early 90s, live action, had to do with a bunch of kids that went into the internet.
Oh, Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad.
That's it!
Jesus Christ, I knew you were bring that up.
It had Tim Curry as the voice of the villain, right?
Yes.
Yo, what the fuck, man?
Halo Con.
Oh, I thought you were talking about VR Troopers.
No, although you would be right to think of that because that also had the internet as a premise too. But yeah, I just saw what brought that up for me is I watched this. I've been on the kick lately of watching these instructional videos of what people have to watch when they get on the job for the first time, and they show you a video on how you do your work. Blockbuster has 2 on the internet, not put up by them, but there's 2 of them. One of them is of like this Siskel and Ebert knockoff, a pair who are like reviewing these fake ass movies that take place in fucking video stores. It's terrible, but it's funny. And the other one has to do with this girl who has to learn how to upsell people, and she ends up hallucinating seeing this dude named Buster Sales on these TV screens inside a Blockbuster, and it's just dumb. But the girl that's in that video is in that that show, that cyber show.
Oh, wow.
And I vaguely remembered her face from that, and it's like I remember seeing that show, and I remember her, but I couldn't remember what I remember seeing her from at the time, and I had to look her up to find out. So that's what brought it up. But yeah, just look up Buster Sales on YouTube, and you will be bored to death. So
Wait,
ridiculous.
So you're just basically just watching all of these like instructional videos? For...
Yeah, I watched the one for Wendy's, man. It's called Grill Skills. That shit is so fucking bad. It should be killing me, son.
This is the early 90s, right?
Oh my god, yeah. Grill Skills was like 89. The Blockbuster videos that I'm talking about are like 1989 and 1990. So before Blockbuster started renting out video games. But you know, I got real nostalgic for like just some stupid shit from the 90s. So I was looking at that. Nintendo has one from their little World of Nintendo stores that are inside stores, or used to be anyway. And the one I found has it has a fucking what's his name? Dude from Office Space. Dude from Office Space, Gary Cole. Fucking Lumberg is in one of them. He's the narrator. And then dude from Enterprise, the guy who played the alien doctor, I think, in Enterprise. I forget his name, but he was in that video too. So you see some actual actors who were like on the grind back in the day in these things, and it's so fucking hilarious when you spot somebody you know. It's so good.